Oh, look, I think it was a tremendous example of a community meeting. This is democracy at work. People recognise this is a major issue for this community. I think they've been very worried about getting lots of arguments for the yes side and perhaps not so much for the no side. As I explained to them tonight, I'm here to give people the KNOW campaign to help them understand the implications of what is a crucial regional decision. I think the Noosa Independent Alliance has been at work on this for 5 years, and it's only in recent times that people have started to question and really determine, how do I make an informed choice? I'm happy to help provide people with that information. In the end, I'm not telling people to vote yes or no. I just want them to know what the implications are and think about the future and not about the past. Look, I think there's probably a lot of people who've already made their mind up. And I think these forums are a great opportunity for people who haven't made their mind up to get the information they want to make an informed choice. This can be a fairly emotive issue. The uncertainty for us, the challenge for us is providing certainty to business, and that's business here on the coast and businesses who have their head offices elsewhere. We need them to be confident about what we're doing, to invest in our community, invest in our markets, to create opportunity for the future. And that's right across the coast from north to south. And I think this issue will create uncertainty, and they'll see opportunities to invest their money where they can get a better return elsewhere. And that to me is a big problem. Let's remember, 5 years ago, we were 3 councils. And one of the great challenges for this region has always been the inability for councils to work together. There's been attempts, genuine attempts sometimes, but when push comes to shove, everybody always wanted everything in their region. Now, as a single Sunshine Coast, we've been able to deliver the benefits of efficiencies, the benefits of surplus budgets that individual councils or an individual Noosa council may well struggle to deliver. And people need to understand that as they make a decision about their future. There's plenty of other markets around Australia courting investment. They realise how difficult things are, and they're looking for businesses locally to expand, new businesses, new investors to come and introduce appropriate development that creates opportunities. We've got a wonderful chance with the new hospital that's been developed at Kawana in a pretty central position that will benefit people across the Sunshine Coast. In new jobs and new job opportunities. The ripple effect of industry around that is where we'll also get key wins, but any sense of uncertainty may well impact that. I think some of the initial costings that were put out by groups like the Noosa Independent Alliance have proven to be very, very low. There is a real cost here for all of the Sunshine Coast, and for some people that may not become evident until it's too late. I've said all along I wouldn't stand in the way of Noosa getting a vote. But that was when the cost was going to be about $2 million for Noosa and nothing for the rest of the coast. It's now nearly $14 million for Noosa and as much as $76 million wiped off our regional wealth over the next 5 years. That's a cost to everybody. And if this is about democracy, then there are a lot of people who aren't getting a say. But the fact of the matter is the state government, that was their mandate, that's what they set up in place, and there's really little we can do about that now. And I'd be calling on the Minister for Local Government to get his advertising campaign underway now. It's less than 4 weeks for people to make a decision. He gave an undertaking that he'd write to every ratepayer and explain exactly what the circumstances were going to be. I think that needs to be supported with press and possibly television advertising. This is a really important decision, and the last thing any of us want is for people to feel they made a wrong choice soon after the election. I mean, this is a state government responsibility, and I think they've got to stand up and take their share of that responsibility. And giving people the information they need to make an informed choice is important. So I would call on the Minister for Local Government, David Crisafulli, to get that advertising started so people can make an informed choice. And they said they would give people the opportunity. The opportunity involves giving people the facts behind the yes and no case. They've gone to the trouble of producing the Boundary Commissioner's report and involving the Queensland Treasury Corporation, and they say clearly it will cost people $828. Lots of people have different views on that, but that's the fact of the matter. And I think people need to understand that because that's what they're going to be on the hook for. Should the vote on March 9 be no, it will be business as usual and we'll be sharing the wealth with Sunshine Coasters. Should the vote be yes, then the local government minister will put in place transitional regulations and we will acknowledge that that's what Noosa people want, that we'll be their neighbours well into the future and it'll be a fair and equitable transition. I want people to KNOW what's going on so they can make an informed decision. People aren't silly, they can look around and see what has happened in the last 5 years? What is the evidence? And I think the evidence is very positive for the Sunshine Coast Regional Council. But the people of Noosa District have a very important regional responsibility when they vote on March 9, and I wish them well.